The greatness about Kerala, the society of people here, I was never ever discriminated as an outsider. Never. I learned the language and they accepted me. If I had not learned it, how do you run a cabinet meeting? Chief Secretary with 14-15 ministers and CM, where the cabinet notes it in Malayalam. In fact, a whole lot of people, you will be surprised, for Rajasthan never sees ocean in their life. It's just like Keralites never seen snow in their life. Whole lot of them, you know, I know them. The place in Dungapur where I belong, people have not seen a train in their life. And let me tell you about my background, which, since none of you would have read the book, my grandmother was 26 years old when she got widowed in Dungapur. My father, my mother, my grandfather, my grandmother, myself, my sister, everybody is born in Dungapur. It is like a frog in a small well. You don't know there is a big ocean outside. There was not even a degree college there. Surrounded, 70% is tribals. I'm not a tribal, but we belong to this small community who were not able to go out of that place. Now, my father was 2 years old when his father died. He doesn't remember his face. He studied in the street lights, borrowed clothes and books. But he was very good in studies. He was studying when my mother was working. I was born already. You imagine the background. You know, if I think I am in IAS because Vishwas Mehta is one of the best thing or greatest thing which has happened, it's not true. I should not forget that background. I landed in IAS because of these 3 generations of struggle. I landed because of what they did. My grandmother used to cook on the firewood for a boarding school where Rajput boys were studying. They used to throw the roti back. And she used to wonder, you know, that the rotis which these privileged boys are throwing back, even she doesn't have in her house, where 3 kids are waiting. How can I forget that background? This book actually is not about me. It starts with that. And these are absolutely truth. Nobody knows about it. My friends don't know about it. My colleagues, my friends don't know about it because how can I talk about it, you know? Is it self-glorification? No. I came into civil services because of these people, 3rd generation. And that imbibed me the strength, courage and moral values and ethics to give back to the society. And I'm not at all disappointed. I'm very happy with that. The only reason is I don't have anybody here. That's why I'm moving out with a heavy heart. But I need to settle down. After 40 years in civil services, I need to settle down somewhere, right? You see, my father-in-law recently expired. Mother-in-law is recently expired. In fact, tomorrow I'm going because my aunt has expired. You can't be there in their functions. You can't see them for the last time. You can't attend their wedding functions. You can't be part of their joys and sorrows because you are so disconnected and 3,000 kilometers away. So it's justified till I was in service. And let me tell you one more thing. The greatness about Kerala, the society of people here, I was never ever discriminated as an outsider. Never. Nobody ever branded me as an outsider. And I think the credit goes not only to the enlightened society Kerala has, but also for the fact that I learned the language and they accepted me. If I had not learned it, how do you run a cabinet meeting? Chief Secretary with 14-15 ministers and CM, where the cabinet notes it in Malayalam and you are speaking in Malayalam. All your files are in Malayalam. Malayalam, English because a copy has to go to governor, no? So it is there. So I used to read that, make notes and then speak in Malayalam.
But as a bureaucrat, are you not supposed to know the local language before joining?
We are supposed to know, but many of us are not proficient enough. We are not able to learn it. Let me tell you the difference between Hindi and Malayalam. Hindi has only 1 law. Malayalam has 4 law. A person from north cannot speak Mara. He cannot speak. A person from Bihar, my batchmate used to say Mara. He cannot. Artham Maripu. I remember as a sub-assistant collector under training in Koilon, when they served me hot, or cold cutlet, I said, Chud Venam. He understood Chud Vellam. So these are things which I have mentioned in this book. You know, this is not about my career graph. This is about the experiences where I had seen Jatha for the first time, Dharna for the first time, Mudra Vakyam for the first time. Malayalam Arya to Vishwas Mehta Vishwas Mehta Pariyampo. How does it react? 25-year-old boy, fresh from police, young fellow. I just lifted this guy, I said, Tannadiku. That time I was angry. Today I am laughing at it. I was using a cannon to kill a rat. You should not be aggressive, you should be assertive.
So now when you go back, have you bought land there?
See, I need to first settle down. That will take 3 to 5 months, 6 months. And my both sons are abroad.
Okay.
One fellow is in US, another fellow is Dubai. And then after settling down, like to travel few places while your health permits with my wife. Some in the bucket list.
Within India?
No, I'm for example going to Korea and Japan even after going back. I've not been there last time.
35 years experience ഉണ്ട്. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ചെരിഷ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു മൂമെന്റും ഏറ്റവും ലോസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റും ഏതായിരുന്നു?
Actually, you see, field assignments are very interesting because you can see things happening, The joy of wiping tears from the eyes of people, no amount of money can ever compensate that. Whenever I felt impoverished, whenever I felt that I'm not paid enough, because this is one experience which happened to me when I was coming to Kollam for the first time on training. Those days Konkan was not there. There was no mobile phones, no internet. And language of course was a problem. And it used to take 3 nights and 4 days to reach here. And you are totally cut off from the world. So you start talking to your people. So somebody asked me, where are you going to Kerala? And Kerala was not a tourist destination, by the way, those days. Nobody knew about Kerala. So they asked me, where are you going? Have you been to Kerala? I said, no. They said, why are you going? I said, I've got a job there. Then they said, where you belong to? I said, Rajasthan. Why are you going 3,000 kilometers away? I said, because I got a job. He said, how much salary you get? So it was 2,300 rupees. So he asked me, are you mad? You could have opened a chai shop. You could have opened a tattagada. You could have distributed newspapers. You could have been newspaper vendor. It doesn't make sense. 3,000 kilometers, 2,300 rupees. And this question actually haunted me for 20 years. What did I come here for? Is it for money? If I wanted money, I should have done business. Is it for power? If I wanted power, I should have joined politics. That's where the real power lies. If not money, not power, you can say, working for people, for have-nots, all these things you can say. This is what we are taught in the academy. But realities are different. When you have to survive, with a family, 2,300 rupees, how do you survive? With a family to support. So I asked him back, in fact, in a lighter vein I will say that, I asked him, are you from Gujarat? Because Gujaratis don't come in civil services, they don't go into military. You give him $100, he'll make 150 out of it. They don't understand this 3,000 kilometer and 2,300 rupees business. But this question haunted me always. And I got the answer almost after 10-12 years when I started doing my MBA. While working in Rubber Marketing Federation in Kochi, I had never seen rubber in my life. Never seen a rubber tree in my life. I had never seen spices, korumulak, elam, never seen coffee, never seen tea in my life. In fact, a whole lot of people, you will be surprised for Rajasthan, never see ocean in their life. It's just like Keralites never seen snow in their life. Whole lot of them I know them. The place in Dungapur where I belong, people have not seen a train in their life. That is the kind of, these are the realities which many times we forget.